Hi everyone, and welcome to our Facebook Live for the 30th of March. As you are finding me live, please comment and tell me hello here, and we will get started in just a couple of minutes. So Natalie's adjusting my camera because I'm really down quite far. Wow, you guys get to see a lot of me today. All right.
It won't stay up.
That's okay, Natalie, you're good. I'm good. That's good right there. My phone keeps adjusting me. So anyway, you guys get me the way I am today. So anyway, welcome everyone to our Facebook Live for the 30th of March. As you are coming on, please comment and tell me hello. And I think I got to tighten my my holder up for my phone. So I'm a little lopsided, but it's about the best we can get. So anyway, welcome everyone as you're popping on to a last of the month Facebook Live, and I'm excited to be going live with you. Lots of announcements, lots of excitement. I know some of you are sad because of color updates. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of information with you today. And what is Natalie doing? Oh, and Natalie's writing something on my paper. So anyway, but lots of information to share with you all tonight. So I cannot wait to do that. First of all, I want to say thank you. I think she's on. I think I saw Cindy pop on. So I think, let me see here. I'm looking at all my notes. So hello to all of you. I haven't said hello yet. So hello. But I want to thank Cindy. I'm going to say your name again. Stalkalosa, because she sent me Happy Mail this week. It was so welcomed and such a nice surprise. So Cindy does cute little carrots that she sends to her friends and family at Easter time, and so she sent me one, and it was so nice to be able to get some Happy Mail in the mail like that. So anyway, wanted to call that out, Cindy, and tell you publicly on my Facebook Live, thank you. That was so thoughtful of you, and it was not smashed. It was in perfect condition, and I will be putting jelly beans in mine as well. So thank you so much. Anyway, a few things that I have in the way of announcements before we get started with all kinds of good stuff. Like I said, you guys, my camera's a little crooked as I'm with you guys live here, but we're gonna go with it. Natalie, it'll be fine. Seriously, I don't want it to get worse. So anyway, I got a new phone and it's a little bit heavier, and so I need to tighten down the stuff on my Archon mount that holds it. So that is why I'm a little funky looking tonight and lopsided, and you guys can see my curtain in the back and all that. But anyway, announcements that I have. So tomorrow is Claire's performance for the Outstanding Soloist competition. There are about 88 other students that are going to be competing in it. And they just do a top 4 in all of the different musical instruments. So there's going to be cellists and pianists and you name it, all kinds of brass instruments. So it's kind of a unique competition in that they just award the top 4. But her cello professor told her that it is a huge honor that she was even selected to be in the top of that category, or in the top of the competition. It's only for 10th through 12th graders who get selected, and she's in 10th grade. So she's going up against people who have been performing for years and years, longer than she has. Anyway, but our professor that she does lessons with is beyond proud of her and so excited. So she competes tomorrow morning at like 9:10. Luckily, it's right here on the campus of CMU where I work. So she's been practicing like crazy, just had her last cello lesson with him. Funny thing, so this is kind of cute. He's actually one of the judges for this event. So I know he's going to be, I know he'll do wonderful and be very, good at it. He won't show any kind of favoritism or grading harder. He is just one of the most honest, good people we know. And he did tell them that she's one of his students. And there's another judge there too. So the other judge will probably be weighing in more on Claire and how she does. But I thought that was kind of funny that he is one of the judges. But I just still feel very proud of her that she made it that far with that cello of hers. So anyway, huge honor there for her to be picked from thousands of students all over the state. Like Jamie said, that competition is the best of the best, and she's in it. So we're pretty proud of her. And then Natalie is getting ready for her spring concert at CMU. I mentioned that she's part of the University Theater dance team, and found out that her tap shoes are dead. And so here we are having to order new tap shoes and try to break them in less than a month. So anyway, but that's going to be interesting for her to try to do that, although I'm sure she'll have no problem. Thank you, Mary. I just saw your comment. So it's just, and then we have our actual dance recital coming up for both girls. Natalie still does a couple classes at the old studio. Claire is in it a little bit more. So we have that coming up in May. So all the fun spring things that we get to look forward to are happening. And then just yesterday, and I should make Natalie bring one down. So we got, so I know I mentioned to all of you that the girls take pigs to the fair. They've decided this year to add small animals to the mix. And because we already have chickens, they decided to get chickens. So yesterday we welcomed 8 additional chickens to our flock, I guess. So right now I have 12 chickens that are about 3 weeks old and 8 chickens that are about a week old, not even. So anyway, we have chickens like crazy right now, and they're chirp, 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 chirping. It's kind of fun. But anyway, so that has been one of the things. Oh, Natalie's bringing one on. Okay, you can come behind me and you can show the little cute little chicken. Here comes Natalie with our cute little chicken. There's our little chicken. Hang on to him good, Natalie. Don't let him get away on you. No, you're not putting him on my shoulder. But this is our chicken. No, we haven't named him yet. They all look the same, so I'm not sure how we would even name them. But look how little they are. I know. I thought you guys might want to see that. Oh, that is so neat though, Courtney. But yeah, so there it is. Hang on to them because those things are fast. Claire almost dropped it twice. So anyway, we have 8 of those. And yeah, anyway, those are the new chickens. Did you guys hear? Oh, Lori heard him. Yeah, he's chirping, chirping, chirping. So we have him in a cage with a heat lamp and all that fun stuff. So that has been our week this week with our fair chickens and getting ready for competition. Claire's been practicing like crazy during spring break week. It has been a crazy week. She was supposed to get her wisdom teeth out on Tuesday, but Claire was, but ended up getting out of that because of this competition. When I called and talked to the office, they were like, no, let her enjoy this time and enjoy her competition. And so now we're going to wait till the middle to end of summer to finally be able to get her teeth out. So anyway, like I told her, if there's one way to get out of your wisdom teeth, I guess this is a good way to do that. So anyway, that's what I have in the way of some personal announcements with all of us. And like I said, this was spring break week. I took a couple days off to be home just because Claire was here. Okay, you guys know the routine though. If you share my video, you get into the drawing to receive stuff, like lots of awesome free stuff, right? So I had up for grabs from last week the glossy dots, the glossy assorted dots, and a bolt of the Early Espresso ribbon. So I am going to announce the winners of those. The glossy dots, assortment dots, is Mary Clark, and I think Mary is watching. So congratulations to Mary. Mary, you are going to be getting those in the mail. And then the bolt of the Early Espresso ribbon goes to Marianne McGinnis. So congratulations to both of you. Those will be going out to you so that you will have those here shortly. And then up for grabs this week, we have the, let me get my computer decided to make me look funky. So there we go. All right, up for grabs this week, we have the 2021-2023 In Color Jewels. And we have, my mom just messaged me or put on there, more chickens. Yes, mother, 8 more. And we have the pastel pearls, the things that Claire and her dad do over spring break week. That's all I can say. Those came home yesterday. Okay, so those are what's up for grabs this week, simply by commenting on my, or by sharing my video. And we'll draw the winners of that next week. Okay, so colors. I know yesterday some of you were panicking and others of you were happy and others of you were wondering what in the heck is Stampin' Up! Doing. So I had been mentioning for the last few weeks that we knew that Stampin' Up! Was going to be having a color refresh, and they do these color refreshes pretty regularly every 3 to 5 years, right? So yesterday they announced the color refresh. We all got to see new colors. And then we got to see the new in colors, and I actually posted a little sneak peek of those new in colors. And then they introduced about 5 or 6 colors that they brought back that were actually in colors in the past. So they're bringing back, I'm going to try to remember off memory. I didn't write this down. But we have Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon. I've mentioned those 2 for a while. Blueberry Bushel, Berry Burst, Lemon Lime Twist. Trying to think if there's more. But those are 5 of the ones right off the top of my head that I know have been brought back into some kind of a collection. Okay. And then we have some new colors that were put into the collections. Brand new to us all together. We have Azure Afternoon, which is a beautiful blue. Lemon Lolly, which is a really pretty, oh, Misty Moonlight. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, thank you. Like I said, I'm going off my memory here. Misty Moonlight was also one that returned as a in color. So Lemon Lolly, we have Pecan Pie, which is going to be the replacement for Soft Suede. So yes, I'm going to be also showing you guys and telling you what ones are going away. But anyway, and the new in colors are very, very earth tone colors. I really, really like them. I'm not into the brights too much. In the last couple years, they've been more bright. I mean, I liked them and I've worked with them. They've been great. But these ones are all about me. I love the earth tone colors and looking forward to them. Like I said, I did post them. They are Copper Clay is like one of them, Moody Mauve. Like I said, all the names and things I posted. I don't want you guys to get too hung up on the new stuff yet. What I really want you to be focusing on is the colors that are leaving, making sure that you, if you have any that you really like and you want to get an additional pack of cardstock or 2 packs of cardstock or an additional ink refill to so that you have enough ink for a while to last you if it's a favorite color. That's what I want you guys focusing on right now. We have a whole new year to enjoy the new colors, enjoy the new color families. I think sometimes when this kind of stuff happens, it can actually be a little overwhelming. I know I had team members messaging me yesterday, some excited, some sad, customers messaging me, some excited, some sad. But I'm going to mention to you guys the colors that are leaving. I did post them also in on my group, so that there's a visual there. The visual is a little round dot with a color, and it lists the color. But I'm going to tell you the ones that are leaving. And these 2 surprised me. I kind of thought these 2 might stick around, or at least one of them. But Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, they are going away. Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, Mint Macron, Mango Melody, Bermuda Bay, Pacific Point, Blushing Bride, Rich Raspberry, Sahara Sand, Soft Suede, Mary Merlot, So Saffron, and Pear Pizzazz. So if any of those colors are your favorites and you really, really want to stock up, now's the time to do it, because those products are going to be on a while supplies last basis. So if you decide to wait another month, 6 weeks, try to order them right before the catalog ends. I can't guarantee you that they're going to be there. They're truly while supplies last. I am running a promotion, ordering promotion right now, and it's actually going to be my promotion. You'll see it in more detail when I transition my camera down. But I do have a little promotion with a host code that I'm doing right now. And what it is any orders that are placed now through Monday, April 3rd, minimum $40 order, you'll receive a free embellishment and a bolt of ribbon in the mail from me. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at some of the embellishments and ribbons that I have in stock that I know are going to be retiring soon, because we also got the retirement list. And I emailed that out. So if you're not on my email list yet, make sure you join my mailing list. I emailed that out earlier this morning. But I'm going to be giving away some free embellishments and ribbon to those of you who put in an order from now through April 3rd. It's Monday night. So that way you're able to get some awesome products. It takes off some of the ones that I have here that are going to be going away in a couple of months when the catalog goes out. And you're able to maybe then use that order to get some of these products that you might want that are retiring, okay? So it's a win-win for all of us, right? That's the way I look at it. All right, so any questions on the colors that are leaving, let me know. Happy to help you. I'm really excited though. Like the Pacific Point, this new Azure Afternoon is very, very similar to that. I'm looking at some of these colors that are leaving, and there's some that are similar and they're more trendy. They're more, I call them on point. I'm really excited. The only one I'm a little sad to see go is soft suede, but the pecan pie looks like it's a pretty good substitution for that one as well. So if you have any questions on that color refresh, let me know. Happy to share what I can with all of you, and some graphics so that you can see the colors, a color swatch, and maybe have a better understanding if it's a color that you really, really wanted or liked or anything like that. As we end the month, you only have a couple of days left if you want to take advantage of any of my March classes. My March classes were the Irresistible Blooms. My March class was the Ballet Beauty, and then the other one was Greatest Journey. All of my April classes will be opening up here in the next couple of days. One that you're going to be seeing tonight is actually one of my classes for April. And then so is my Ready to Ride that I showcased last month. And finally, this one I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to do on a Facebook Live, but it's my Fancy Flora class. So I've got 3 classes lined up for April. You have until April 10th to sign up for my Basement Bunch monthly club kit. Next month's kit or bundle is the Seaside Bay. And I've used it to design some really awesome sympathy cards. Sometimes you just need a nice sympathy card for a masculine, to give to a man or something like that. And this bundle makes some really beautiful cards. And I'm just seeing that we've got Judy that has joined us live tonight instead of having to watch the replay. Yay, and Gail is here. That's the neat thing though, Gail. You can always go back and watch the beginning later. And Noreen, glad to have you here with us as well. So those are the classes that are going to be coming up. Online bingo, registration for online bingo is open. That is on April 19th, I do believe. The third Wednesday of the month is normally we call it my online fun party, but we play bingo, we do make and takes. It's a lot of fun, and so I would love to have you join. The cost is only $35. Judy can vouch, Courtney can vouch. It's a fun event, very reasonably priced. All of my prizes are bundles. You're on about an hour. Some have to leave well, actually our bingo probably takes about 45 minutes. Just depends on how fast people bingo. But then we do the make and takes. And if you're not able to stay on for the make and takes, I post the samples later for you to be able to make. You get a free embellishment or bolt of ribbon. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. So I would love to get a few more of you. Oh yeah, and Philomena. I forgot about you, Philomena and Lori. There's more of you on here than I remembered seeing names come in. So anyway, it is really a fun event. So I hope a few more of you take advantage of that. It's been one of my most favorite events, and I've gotten to know a lot of these ladies and feel like they're all part of just feel connected to them all. I love it. Okay, the new catalog. So some of you have been saying, when am I going to get that new catalog? If you've been a customer of mine in the last year, you will be getting a new catalog in the mail. I've already submitted my order for the catalogs. The company will be sending them out probably in about 2 weeks. Now, what I usually love is for a few of you when you get it to let me know, because that way I know that they're starting to go out into my customers' hands. Because otherwise, I don't know. Usually I send myself one, and guess what? I forgot to do that this time. So if any of you get your catalog, let me know. Would love to know when you get that. And that is just a complimentary catalog that I send anybody who has put in an order with me in the last year. If you have not put in an order with me, but you want a catalog, let me know. And usually I have you pay the shipping to get it to you. I'm happy to get you a catalog as well. Don't want anybody to not have the catalog. Catalog. I got to see it online yesterday as a demonstrator. We all got to see them if you wanted to peek. I'm here to tell you, I love the new catalog. And I'm going to tell you what I love about it. Well, first, of course, we have all those new bright colors to play with. But there is such versatile stuff in this catalog. So many times I hear people say, oh my gosh, there's so much floral. Oh my gosh, there's so much floral. Well, there is some floral, but there's a lot of other themed things in this catalog. Animals, there's a pizza one. I'm just going off the top of my head. There's an astronomy one, lots of different things that are, I think, a little bit outside of the box of what we're used to seeing. And I hope that it's well embraced, and I hope that people love it, because that was my first take on it as I was scrolling through it. So I cannot wait for you all to see it. Lots and lots of different variety and assortment of stamp sets and things in there and paper and whatnot. So really excited for you guys to all see it. It is going to be, I cannot wait to play with that stuff. One thing I'm going to tell you, as a demonstrator, I get to pre-order on April 4th. And it is the one time that I am going to overnight my order. And we will be doing a Facebook Live opening of all of the products. Okay? So I usually always do that. That will still happen, and I will announce that as soon as I have to see if I'm hoping the product will come in the next, like, depends on when the order gets put in, if they can ship it the next day, and if I can get it in time for that Thursday Facebook Live. So I'm going to do the best I can to have it there for that Thursday Facebook Live. And then the other thing is, I've had a handful of you ask if I'm going to be doing my clubs this year. Absolutely. I put a post out today. I'll be doing an in-color club. It'll be a 5-month commitment. I know, Peggy, you've asked about that. Yes, I'll be doing an in-color club. I'm going to also do what I'm calling my core color club, a way for you to also get some of those new colors if you need to do part of that club. I'm also going to be doing product shares for both designer series paper and ribbon and embellishments. So lots of things to come. Those I'm kind of waiting to figure out until I get an actual hand version of a catalog so that I can figure out what I want to include. Right now we're only able to see it online, so we get ours in the mail here soon. So cannot wait to actually have that physical copy in my hand. Okay, so lots of stuff that I talked about. Woohoo! We talked about the retirement list and the ordering promotion that I'm doing. Again, if any of you have any questions about anything, please let me know. Happy to answer any questions and just make this whole transition be a little bit more smoother and a little bit more easier. I did a Facebook Live on my team page last night because my team was just kind of wondering where to go to find different things. It was an exciting day, but also a little overwhelming, I think, with the catalog coming out and then the color refresh announced for all of us. It was a big day. So, all right. So with that, I'm going to transition down to my stamp area, and we're going to put together some awesome projects that I created using the Regency Park bundle. It's a double bundle, 2 stamp sets, 1 punch, a set of dies, beautiful designer series paper, ribbon, embossing folder. So I'm going to show you all this awesome stuff, and let's have some fun together. And I'm going to fix my crooked phone. How's that? So I apologize, you guys, for it being a little crooked. It's because I didn't tighten my arm on my thing. Okay, so here's your little sneak peek. And like I said, I'm fixing my crookedness right now. So there's your little sneak peek as I'm turning around my stuff so that I can get all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so there's your little sneak peek of all my projects. I'm going to get them all out of the way real quick. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my ordering promotion. So I did kind of mention this to you, and I'm still a little crooked, and I don't like that. So there we go. Okay. So anyway, so this is my ordering promotion. As I mentioned before when I was, you guys got to see me. If you put in a $40 order from now through April 3rd, you're going to be getting a free embellishment and bolt of ribbon in the mail from me, of course, with a handmade card. All of my kits always come with cards. I never skip out on sending cards out in the mail. There's my host code. I did change it to March. I don't have to cross it off. I changed it this time. Woo-hoo. Yes, Peggy, I will definitely make sure that you know about those opportunities for my clubs, because it is a great way to be able to do exactly what you need to do. It's how I used to do it. So I love offering them. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to share with you is this amazing bundle. It is called the Regency Park Suite. And in this suite, you have hello, Pat. You have a stamp set and coordinating dies. So you have the Sentimental Park. And I love these dies because these dies have this, I think it's the dies that have this one that is just phenomenal. Yes, look at these. Look at these dies for doing sentiments on cards and stuff. And they are all one piece. It comes out with the flowers on it. I love ones that you can use, and you can even do a different color on the inside. So love these dies. They cut out all of the stamped images that go with the stamp set. So that is one of the bundles that is part of this Regency Park suite. And then the other one is a stamp set and a coordinating punch. So this one is called Sentimental Park. And then the other one is called the Petal Park. So let me grab this one. I got stuff everywhere because this is a big bundle. So this is the Petal Park one, and it comes with a coordinating punch. So with this punch, the neat thing is it stamps all 3 of these at one time, and then you just line it up in there and you punch it out. And you're going to see me how I use that on my cards today. So you can get both of these bundles. You can maybe just get one of one is all that you want. But I loved it. Had to get both of them. And then there's an embossing folder. This embossing folder is called, let me look back at my catalog here. It is called the Cane Weave. And so this is the embossing folder that comes with it. And I did use it on a couple of cards, so you'll be able to see it. Ran through with some cardstock. And now I will tell you that the embellishments that came with this, and I'm not sure why these sold out so fast, they were called the adhesive backed milky dots, and those are unavailable and have been for a while. Now I did use them on my card samples when I created these cards, but I'm going to be substituting. That's the awesome thing, is that you can always substitute. So I will be substituting with the brushed brass butterflies and the iridescent pearls, okay? And then there's this beautiful ribbon, and this ribbon is carrying over into the new catalog. Little sneak peek there for you. This is the Night of Navy ribbon, and I love it. It is gorgeous, very pretty ribbon, very easy to work with. So I use that on most of my projects. And then the designer series paper. So mine has been well loved and well used because I've already designed this class that you're seeing, and it's already all cut. Because we, you know, do so many things far in advance. But these are some of the patterns that are in this Regency Park, or the paper is actually called, yeah, it's called Regency Park. And then on the back side, you have more of your solids. So I'm just going to pull out a few of these because they're so cute and so pretty. It is 6 by 6, but you get a lot of different variety with this one. That's, I think, enough for me to pull out right now that are different. So here are the one side of it. And then on the opposite side is going to be a lot of your more solids. There's still some prints in here, but you can kind of get an idea here. And this one right here matches that embossing folder perfectly. It's so cool. Okay, so this pack of paper is 48 sheets, 4 designs of 12 different patterns. So you get a lot of designer series paper. The final product, and this was so fun to use, this is called the Textured Shimmer Paper. Sorry I'm making noise. I didn't have any out yet. But can you guys hear that? It's textured. Okay. And you're going to see it comes in the Balmy Blue. It comes in the Shaded Spruce. And then it also comes in the white. And my white, I don't have any in here because I've used it all. But it is, I'm going to hold it up so you can kind of see. It's got a shimmer to it. You can see I've used the green for some leaves. And then this is the Balmy Blue, and it's really cool. It's kind of got a pearlescent look to it. The blue, I think you can see that pearlescence a little bit more. And these are 12 by 12 sheets, and I had so much fun designing with those. I really did. Okay, and the price of this shimmer paper, you get 6 sheets, 2 of each color, so it's a white one yet too, and the cost is $10. So it is paper that I would use a little bit more sparingly and for special things. You'll see where I've used it here on my cards in just a couple of minutes. So that is the product suite that we are going to be playing with tonight. All right, so the first thing I did, I'm gonna share with you, is my little box that I created. Created a 3D box using, again, here as you can see where I cut out those little, the little leaves, and then the stem and the leaf. And then this is actually one of the flowers with that punch. Inside of here is a couple boxes of gummy bears. Who doesn't like gummy bears, right? So I wanted to find a candy that would fit in there perfect, but so many things would fit in this little box so perfectly. It's the perfect size box just to give a little something that coordinates with a card. And I thought that this right here would coordinate with my card right here. And so we'll be making that one here in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys how I made this. It's really quick, really simple, really, really easy. And I'm going to actually make mine in Balmy Blue, just to show you again the versatility of changing things up, that you don't have to have it be the same color all the time, right? Okay, so this piece of cardstock right here is 4 1/4 by 8 3/8. I will have the measurements for this box in the description of the video as well. But it is 4 1/4 by 8 3/8. And then on the short side, so at this side up in my trimmer or in your Simply scoreboard, you're going to score at 1 1/8, and then you're going to turn it to go to the long side. So at the long side up in your trimmer, you're going to score it at 1 1/8 and 3 5/8. And then I actually just turned it around and did those same 2 measurements again, 1 1/8 and 1 by 3 5/8. Okay, or 1 1/8, 3 5/8. So I did the exact same 2 score lines. It's just easier since they were the same to put it in there on the opposite side. Okay, then what we're going to do is we are just going to cut out one of these little squares. You don't need one of these. It's just kind of there because, you know, it thinks you need it. So we're going to cut that one out. And then what we're going to do, thank you, Philomena. This is so simple, yet so quick to do. Let me move that out of the way. I'll bring my host code back in later if any of you need it, but I like to hog my space. All right, so I just folded in on all those score lines. And if you wanted to, you could even take your bone folder and burnish these really good. It would give you a better, you know, I should be doing that more. I don't. But that gives you a better score or fold and makes it just kind of all go together a little bit easier. So I am going to take the time to do that real quick. I've been learning that that does help. You know, me and I'm in a hurry mode all the time. All right, and then we're just going to cut up on these tabs. Hi, Janet, and welcome. And then I'm just gonna kind of miter cut a little bit the center tab. Not a lot, just a little bit here. And then you're gonna see how easy this box is to put together. Now I use tear and tape, but for the purposes of my video, I'm gonna just use adhesive. But I put a little bit of tear and tape. I put 2 strips, one on each side here. And then this is just gonna get adhered like that. And then your box here, you're just going to put those 2 in and fold it like that, and it's gonna glue together. So I am going to put a little bit of adhesive on this flap. And we're just going to fold this up, line it up really good. And then I'm just gonna push it down. Okay, so that's folded it. Then I'm just gonna put these 2 in, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive on this flap and fold this over. Again, tear and tape would probably be my adhesive of choice, or even the liquid Tombow glue. Okay, again, just a cute, simple, little, quick treat box. Taking my bone folder, pushing that in there really good to get it to stick down really good. There you have the cute little treat box. Okay, and then I cut a piece of designer series paper that is cut 2 1/4 by 3, and it fits on the front. And I used the exact same color here just because it's what I had, and I was cutting 2 at the same time. So that's just going to go here in the front, and then you can embellish this little box any way that you would like to. So I used, again from the stamp set, all of the sentiments on this. This one is from, oh my gosh, you guys, I have a mess going on. Let me grab my Regency, or my Sentimental Park. So all of the sentiments that I used are from this one, because there are no greetings in the Petal Park one. Okay, so everything that I'm using for sentiments came from the Sentimental Park. Dear friend, because this will be a cute little box to give to a friend, and I stamped it in Night of Navy ink on a 3/4 inch piece of cardstock, basic white, and I'm going to put that on with a couple of dimensionals. So I got to tell you guys my big project that I am so excited about. So I have been asked, as you guys know, my girls have been doing dance forever. And I was asked by the studio owner to come up with a cute little box for her to hand out their all the dancers medals in. She's got 186 dancers. Some do ballet, so obviously I'm going to be using the cute little ballet stamp set for them. And then others do jazz and tap and all these different other genres. So I've come up with some really cool and fun things to do. And I sent her a picture of it and she loved it. But her and I get to actually meet to discuss all of it on either Sunday or Monday. And so I'm really excited to share with her what I've come up with. And sorry if you guys can see my arm. I'm trying to get my video to come back. There we go. I know, right? Janet says, wow. Yeah, so 186 boxes. But I will definitely share it with you guys on my Facebook Live once they're all handed out. I don't want to ruin the surprise or have anybody see it in advance. But that is going to be one of my big projects I'm going to be working on. So really excited for that. So here you can see I used that die and I used that textured shimmer paper to cut that out. And then this is just one of those stamps. It's this one, right? Gotta find which one this is. Wrong stamp set. It's this one right here, this punch. this one. So again, that punches out all three, but I used this one right here. I am crazy, Lori, I know, but wait till you see it. It's so cool. It's black and silver. Those are her studio colors. And she loved it. I will, of course, have people that will help me with it. It won't be something I'll be able to tackle completely on my own. So I usually have helpers that help me, so it'll be kind of fun. And then I put a little pearlized, one of the iridescent basic pearl jewels in it. But making this box kind of reminded me of the one I'm making for her, although hers is a lidded box. But it's going to be really, really cool. So there's this little box. And again, I have a couple of little packs of my gummy bears sitting here. And those fit in there perfectly. Again, you could put anything that you wanted in them. But look how cute that is to create a cute little box. So I think I like the navy one better because you can see the blue paper a little bit better, but it turned out so cute. Okay, again, the measurements for this cute little box, I will post them. It can hold all kinds of different things, but that was really fun to come up with and create. Okay, so the next one, let me see what's first on my pile. I have all of my cards stashed here on my pile. So let me see, I usually go in order. Okay, so the first card is going to be this one right here that I created. So this is where you're going to really see that embossing folder come into action. I know you can't really tell it on the card a whole lot, but this is that cane embossing folder, cane weave embossing folder. I love it. It has some really good texture to it. So for this card, I used the basic white for my card base. Now again, registration for this class does open in the next couple of days. This is a class I am offering both in person and online. So this will be an option for you guys to be able to get a hand on or get registered for. And you'll love it. It is so pretty. Okay, so I did white on white right there. Okay. And then I did a piece of this beautiful paper. This, I believe, is 2 inches by, oh my gosh, I don't even know for sure. But it's 2 inches. I did it a little bit smaller on my sample here so that way I could get more strips out of it. Because, you know, sometimes I waste paper if I don't do it that way. But this is a strip right here of 2 inches because the paper's 6 by 6. So I'm able to get it, to use it a little bit, you know, more effectively. After I made my design, I'm like, yeah, that was kind of silly. All right, so I'm just going to glue those two together. And thank you, everyone. I'm glad you liked my box. That was fun to do. So then this is just going to get adhered down to my card like this, kind of right in the middle of that layer. And then I have 2 more that are just going to get glued together and go right here. So it just gives you that kind of little textured look. Okay, nothing too fancy. This one I believe is also 2 inches. I don't know exactly what the length is. However, I want to make sure you guys know that and I haven't been mentioning this. So if you purchase my class, you do now get a free PDF tutorial with it. I used to just send the pictures out, but I now am able to have the capacity to do my tutorials. And I also have a tutorial store on my website where you can just purchase the tutorial. And that would give you all of the measurements for my cards. Sorry, I don't always have them all memorized. If I do, you guys know I share them freely, but this one I don't have. I'm sorry. All right, so the next thing I'm going to share with you, I'll show you what I did, is I stamped this image right here onto some designer series paper using Night of Navy ink, and then there's a die to just cut that out. And it gave it a really cute pattern. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So you got some patterned paper that I stamped on. It's polka dotted. And so it's not just plain paper. And then we're going to adhere those with some dimensionals as well here. So I'm just going to add dimensionals to these. And I just put them on the corners of that piece right there. So I'm just going to put one up here. And then I'm going to add the other one down here. Cute, right? And then I added the Let's Celebrate right in the middle. So this could be a birthday. It could be kind of whatever you really, really want it to be. Dimensionals right in front of me. And I'm digging for a different, trying to find them in a different spot. Thank you, Carol. And thank you, Courtney. Definitely a fun card to create. And the whole suite's been really fun to play with. And then I did use some of those Milky Dots that we don't have anymore. So we are going to substitute, like I said, with, well, maybe I want to put butterflies. Now I'm going to use the iridescent pearls. I grabbed a couple of different things that I did have because I didn't want to use something that you guys can't get anymore. And I don't really know why they went out so fast, but they did. So, oops, and that one doesn't have adhesive on it. Don't you hate it when that happens? All right, there we go. So that one does now. And then I made a little bow with this beautiful ribbon, and that just went down here on the bottom. So just gonna do a little thank you, Kay. Like I said, this bundle was really cute and fun to play with. So there are certain ones that I've noticed when I do my designing that I can design really fast with, and some that I have to work with. And anything floral for me just comes to me. Like, it is my thing. Floral is my thing. And those are the ones that I'm able to design really fast. Other ones, I mean, I'm able to design with them, but it just takes me a little bit longer to kind of come up with some of my designs. All right, so then let me get that out of here. We're just gonna get a glue dot on here. Oops, not on my nail, which is where it's sticking. And I usually like to put a couple glue dots on these because I find that they stick a little bit better. I'm just gonna add a little bow down there. Whoops, there we go. And there you have it. My first card, woohoo! Very pretty, right? I love it. Love that one. Okay, so the next card is going to showcase that die that I showed you earlier. Maybe, oh yes, here it is. Whew, I thought maybe I didn't have it here. So this is that die that I showed you where the flowers cut out with it. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. And I added the little bow to the top. I love it. So for this card, I chose to use the Petal Pink. Petal Pink is in the product suite. So Petal Pink is my, whoops, and then I don't fold it straight. There we go. Okay. And then I have a layer of Night of Navy, 5 1/4 by 4. And this one I chose again to use 2-inch strips. Thank you, Peggy. And oh, Mary, you're what? That's so nice. I love it. Everyone sends everybody birthday cards and wishes them happy birthday. It's so cool. And that's exactly why I do what I do. Right there. You nailed it. All right. So for that, I'm just going to glue those two together. And then I ran the ribbon across the center there. So let me adhere these down to my layer of Night of Navy here. I'm just going to let that be a little bit of a border all the way around. And then we're going to do the same with this strip. Again, it's a 2-inch strip, and it is going to overlap a little bit, which is completely fine. Oops, make sure you get that straight. There we go. And then using this ribbon again, I am going to go right down the center and cover up where those two meet. See that? Love it. Yes, Courtney, very good tip. Ken. So, all right, oops, let me turn this over. I'm gonna add a little bit of adhesive along the middle here because that's where my ribbon's gonna go. And my goodness, I'm a fish out of water. I don't normally do the ribbon this way. I'm always doing it the other way. All right, and I'm just gonna wrap that right around there. And now we're gonna go ahead and adhere this down to my card base, okay? I got stickiness on it, so I want to get it down. All right, and it's crooked, and I don't like that because, again, I'm doing it the opposite way. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready to adhere this down. Okay, then this is that die that I was talking to you about. And what Courtney is saying is that you can, so I just glued this directly on here like that. But yes, these can get tucked underneath here, if it'll fit. I think it does, like this. I just didn't do it because in true Kim Vogel, I'm in a hurry mode. But it does fit. You just got to play with it a little bit, but you can tuck it in there like that. Okay. I just glued it right on top because I don't know if mine's not, well, mine's cut all the way. I just don't know. Oh, I know why. I don't have it up and in there very good yet. It needs to be moved up this way. Ta-da, maybe. Anyway, it does get in there and tuck in there if you wanted it to. But again, in true Kim Vogel fashion, I'm just going to adhere it on. Okay? All right, so I'm just going to adhere this onto here. So you can do it either way that if you wanted to. And one good thing I'm here to tell you that's cool is I do know that this bundle is carrying over. I probably shouldn't be telling you guys that. I did see it in the new catalog, and then I get it on here crooked. Good enough. It'll work. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on here with some dimensionals. So let me get my dimensionals here. This one's so pretty. So pretty. Yes, the die combo is great. It does fit under there. I just didn't want to take the time, you guys, to make it fit and then chance ripping it and then being on video and everybody going, ha, she ripped it. Anyway, all right. So thinking of you, also from the stamp set. So I did the thinking of, and then I used that U right there. Okay, put that on. And then using this punch. So again, we have this awesome punch. I used the little flower right there, punched this out, and then I just kind of folded in the tips to give it a little bit of texture. So I'm just using my fingers here to fold this in. And then this, I just put a little bit of adhesive on here and added this down. Okay, and then you can kind of just still fold these in if you want to. Okay, and then you're gonna add, it does look good on top, I agree, Janet. So it's kind of a personal preference of what you wanna do there. My computer, I think, needs to be updated. It doesn't like me, and it keeps making me restart my video. So if you guys see my arm in there every once in a while, I apologize. Otherwise, I can't see your comments, and I want to see your comments. All right, there we go. Okay, and then I use those Milky Dots. Again, the Milky Dots are what you guys cannot get right now. They're already like sold out. They're not coming back. So we have so many awesome other embellishments though. So don't take too much. We don't worry about that too much. So I'm just going to add some of these little pearls to my card, and I kind of added them in the centers of some of these, so you can kind of add them wherever you would like to. I use the yellow ones, but you could also color these with the blends and they would work just as good as well. All right, and so there you have that card. Again, you can add more. Oh, and I added a bow to the top. But I'm looking at the time going, okay, I need to get moving because I have a ton of projects to show you yet because I talked too long. Okay, but I had so much to share with you guys with all the new catalog stuff and all that. All right, so this next one I'm going to share with you is the one that I kind of used for inspiration for that cute little box, okay? So this would be one, if you wanted to, you could use the exact same paper. I didn't, I just grabbed a scrap. But if you wanted to on the cute little box, you could use the exact same paper and you'd have a cute little card and coordinating box to give to someone. So for this one, I used Shaded Spruce for my card base. Another one of the colors that is in the paper, the designer paper. And this one you can see I used that texture white. That's why I don't have any. I used the texture white on all of it to give you that little border around it. And then this is also the texture green. So my 5 1/4 by 4 layer is Night of Navy. Then I used a whole piece of 5 by 3 3/4 of that texture paper on here as well. And so those we're just going to adhere together. And you could listen to that. Can you guys hear that? That's your adhesive going over those textures. I found that kind of, as my daughter would say, kind of satisfying when I was making my sample. That's her favorite word. Oh, that's just so satisfying. I'm like, oh, Claire, to be a teenager. All right, and then I have a little strip of this paper that is just going to go along the side here. And then I ran that ribbon around it again, just to kind of give it some, use this beautiful ribbon and give it a little bit more pizzazz. So I'm just going to cut a piece of ribbon to go around it. And so that's just going to go here and here. Again, I'm going to be a little bit of a fish out of water because, oh, it's not completely in the center. I need to add more adhesive. There we go. I'm used to wrapping things around the other way. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and adhere this down to the card. And then you're going to see where I just kind of made that beautiful flower again. So I have and this one I used all 3 of those stamped flowers. So this one again is this right here. And then you punch it out, you line it up, and you punch it out with a coordinating punch. That's it. So quick and simple. All 3 of those flowers, 1 stamp, 1 punch. Voila. Pretty cool. All right, so this I'm going to go ahead and adhere my flower down. I did not do this one with dimensionals. I just put this down directly on there. And then my 3 flowers are right here. And I'm just going to put a I did only put a dimensional on the middle one now that I'm looking at it, just to have a little bit of depth to this one. So I'm going to put a dimensional in the middle of this, and this is going to be my main flower. And then I'm just going to adhere these two down. So one right here. Hello, Joanne, and welcome. It's okay. You can always go back and watch the replay. That's the awesome part. And there you have the dear friend. So you might want to use a different sentiment on the box if you don't want them both to say the same thing on the front or on the for both. But I did dear friend down here. And so I'm going to add a couple dimensionals onto that. And adhere this down here like that. And then you can add your embellishments. But look how pretty that card is. Again, the simple coordination that Stampin' Up! Has for us with the paper and the stamp and all that great stuff. Okay, so I'm going to skip that one and I'm going to go to this one because this is one that I want to definitely make sure that you guys see because this is an awesome added feature to the Petal Park one. So thank you, Kay. Thank you, Janet and Carol. Oh, you guys are all so cool. All right, so this one right here, this is a complete stamp. So what I mean by that is you have this right here that stamps out. So when I stamped this, this was my, make sure I have it right. Here we go. This was my green. So this was what I did in the shaded spruce. Okay, so I stamped that. And then I stamped and cut out the flowers and they go on here perfectly to kind of give you a little flower medley, I call it, okay? So this is also another one. So again, you don't have to have both bundles, but I wanted to showcase both of them to you. So for this card, I did the Knight of Navy, and then I used, this was the last card that I created. And so I wanted to show you some scraps and leftover pieces of paper. So I put a piece of white behind this, and then I have 3 different pieces of this designer series paper that just got glued down to the back of this. So again, you can use any of the ones that you have or whatever, but 3 pieces got glued down to that. So I'm gonna start with this one first. Thank you, Philomena. Yes. Quick and simple, easy layering. But I couldn't find a piece that I just liked, and so I decided to use a little bit of all of these that I had. Whoops. So let me just get adhesive on these. I have adhesive sticking to me, which is why it's kind of become a pain for me to. And then the last one is the solid one. And again, you can use any ones that you have. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. These are 1-inch strips and they're overlapping a little. I'm just kind of making it give me that little border, right? Blue ribbon along the middle. Thank you, Pat. So blue ribbon around the middle here. Great use of showing you guys how to use both those bundles. So that way, in case you don't have them both, and if you only wanted to get one or the other, you've got ideas of what you can do with them. That was kind of my goal. All right, so now we can go ahead. Yeah, my adhesive is telling me I don't like you. When it works great, it works great. And then there are times I have to mess with it once in a while. Okay, not too often though. Lately it's been working really well. Okay, so then I have a piece of that 3x4. This is the Balmy Blue texture paper. And then this is the 3 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. And you can see here I've stamped with that shaded spruce. Okay. And then I'm just going to add those flowers that I cut out as well. So these 2 pieces I simply glued together with my adhesive, but then I did put the entire thing down with some dimensionals. And you can see here you got that little bit of border, so you can still see that texture. I had to use all of these different colors of the texture paper because I had it. I didn't want to not use it all. So I'm going to put dimensionals in the 4 corners. My last card, I'm going to probably just show you it and kind of go over with you what my intention was and why I created what I created with it, because we're running out of time. All right, so this one's going to go down here like that. And then I did use dimensionals for all 3 of these flowers. These flowers I did again do in, I did do these flowers in on white cardstock using the Knight of Navy ink. So the Knight of Navy ink was one of the main colors that I used for this. So I'm just going to put the big one on here like that. The little one's gonna go, or medium size will go down here. And then the little one is gonna go up here, okay? So you kind of get an idea. I know it all probably looks the same color, but trust me, you have Shaded Spruce and Night of Navy. Thank you, Lori. And then I added the Let's Celebrate down to the bottom. So I wanted something that was kind of narrow to put down there. And I like the Let's Celebrate because it can be for so many different things. It can be a birthday, it can be a retirement, it can be a wedding. I mean, you could really do Let's Celebrate for so many different things. So Let's Celebrate is gonna go down here on the bottom. And then I did add those blue milky dots to the centers of the flowers. And I haven't used any of the butterflies, but that's okay. I really am kind of digging these iridescent pearls. So I'm gonna add iridescent pearls to the center of use the big ones for the two bigger flowers, and I'm gonna use one of these little ones for the little bitty one. And it still looks really, really cool. Okay, so there is that card. Love it. Okay, so my last card I'm just going to kind of share with you because we're getting on 8 o'clock already. And this is a totally different kind of card for me to create. What do you guys think? Did I do a good job? So I kind of saw a different card created similar to this using a different product suite. Somebody posted in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, and I loved the template of it and thought that is something that I haven't done in a while, or haven't done probably at all. So all I did was I used 2 little strips of paper, added this ribbon down behind it. Again, I used basic white. The one I was going to make for you guys was going to use a different yellow because, you know, I like to maximize my paper. But it's on Night of Navy, white 5 1/4 by 4, and then a Mango Melody. I think that's what the color is. Yep, this was one of the ones going away. So if you like this color, you're going to want to stock up on it. But this is the Mango Melody that's 5 by 3 3/4, and then I just have 2 pieces of paper, and all I did on these was kind of crisscross them like this on my paper. This is that smaller die, okay? So this is the smaller one that has thanks on it. And then I cut out one of the outlines of the flowers, and that's in the die. And then here's the yellow one that I cut out. Then I did add the blue. So the blue did show up really nice on there, but again, you could always color those iridescent pearls or regular pearls. And then I put it on a piece of Night of Navy cardstock for the card base. So that is, and again, I added some yellow ones up there. All right, so that is my presentation for you tonight. I hope that you've liked them. Let me bring all my cards back in and my 3D project. So these are my cards that I created with you tonight. Using that double suite of products. It is the Regency Park and Petal Park and the Sentimental Park. Together they're calling it the Regency Park. Keep all that straight, right? So here are my finished cards, and then these are those cute little 3D projects that I created using the product as well, and then put little gummy bears in them. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Now again, another reminder, my ordering promotion that I have going on now through Monday night, I'm extending it a night till Monday, April 3rd. Anybody who puts in a minimum $40 order with me will get a free embellishment and a bolt of ribbon in the mail, and of course a free card. I always send cards. And this is also a great opportunity for you to stock up on some of those card stacks that are leaving, or ink refills or things like that that you might need before those colors go away. Okay, so if you have any questions, you guys all know you can always reach out to me. If you prefer I place the order for you, absolutely email it to me. I'll put it in for you. But I hope that you guys enjoyed my presentation with you all. Next week, I can already tell you what I'm going to be showcasing. Well, first of all, I'm hoping that next week might be able to be show you guys new product, maybe, because I'll be able to pre-order it on Tuesday, so it might be here in time. If not, I'll be showcasing the Rhino Ready bundle. I've already created my projects for that and can't wait to share that one with you as well. When I do the Rhino Ready class, that is going to be another one of my Facebook only exclusive classes that you get for free with a $50 order. 10 cards, a kit that you put together for free with a $50 order. All right, thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed my presentation, and I look forward to seeing you guys all back here next week. Again, any questions you have regarding colors and things, reach out. Happy to help in any way I can. All right, have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll make sure and let you guys all know how Claire does.